Well, I'm here with Anne-Marie from Edlong. Now, a really simple question to start with. What is Edlong? What do you do?
So Edlong is a dairy flavours company. We are headquartered in the US, but I'm based out of our application facility in Cork in Ireland.
You forgot then, didn't you?
Forgot where I was from.
So tricky, it's so tricky. But you're based, so you're a very sort of a kind of a global company.
We are. So we are headquartered out of the US. We have application facilities and a sales office in Europe, that's in Ireland. And then we have distribution in Canada, and we also have applications and sales in Mexico.
Right, okay, so what does Edlong actually do? What do you produce?
So we produce dairy flavours. However, over 50% of our range is actually vegan suitable and dairy free. So we're really good at mimicking what dairy should taste like without dairy content in it. So you'll see that through some of our demos. We have 2 vegan demos, one of which is on the FIE Free From Tour.
Right, okay, now that's something that's really popular. It's a big trend at the moment, people being very, very conscious of what they're putting in their bodies. So I guess you guys are at the forefront of that.
Do you know what? I'm going to disagree with you. I don't see vegan as a trend. It's now a lifestyle. People are really much changing to more of a flexitarian, to use one of the newer words. So people like to be vegetarian or vegan maybe 1 or 2 days a week to introduce more of a healthy lifestyle. And I think that's something that we're going to see move not just into the food stream, but also into food service, because eventually people are going to want convenience in it as well.
Now, are people doing that more for diet or for losing weight, or is it just because they want to eat healthier because they're more conscious of what's going in?
I think it's that. I think it is being healthier, it's being more conscious about what you're eating, but it's also about trying new things. You know, there's an awful lot of new product launches these days that are vegan or suitable for vegetarian, or what I find in Europe as well, there's an awful lot more vegetarian restaurants, and people are really eager and interested to try those.
Absolutely. Well, why not? Why not? Why not? Now, you mentioned the Free From Tour, so that's something that you're a big part of here. You've got some things for me to try, which I'm very much looking forward to. But tell us a bit about the tour as well.
So the Free From Tour is a tour that's organised by FIE, and you get to stop along. So a lot of the times, allergen-free is a huge thing. And one of the main things in allergen-free is gluten-free or nut-free, soya-free. Everyone has some kind of allergy or avoidance that they are doing on a regular basis, and we wanted to cater for that. So to be part of that tour and introduce one of our demos, which is a vegan cheese spread, which I know sounds interesting, but I think this one really showcases Edlong's capabilities and flavours, because if you take something as basic as starch, vegetable fat and water, it's not going to taste very pleasant. You might as well be eating Play-Doh.
Which I think I've done, actually, as a child. Now, that's over there, is it? Should we head over there? We're going to head over here now. It's a very involved stand. There's lots of things on here that you can try. So if you are coming here, then make sure you come to the stand and have a few samples. I highly recommend it, although I've not had anything just yet, but the crew have. So this is what we were talking about just a few moments ago.
So this is our cheddar-style spread. And what's interesting about this is if you try and replicate cheese, it's complex. It's got proteolysis, it's got lipolysis, it's got all these complex notes in it that you really want to incorporate in. And when you take something as basic as a starch, again, vegetable fat, they don't taste very nice. So you want to build your flavour. So it's not just about putting in a cheese flavour and going, yeah, it kind of tastes like cheese. It's about understanding the background notes and building and layering on that to get something that's a bit more balanced and a bit more authentic. And I think authenticity is something that Edlong is really trying to promote in vegan food, in all kinds of food.
So while I try this then, I'm going to hand you the mic for a second. I know you're very... No. Tell us a little bit about the company, how long it's been going for, how successful, how it's been well received and things like that. And I'm going to try this. So here's that. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Right, here we go.
So Edlong is actually around over 100 years. We decided to special... Good.
Good. Yeah.
I should hope so. Come try it. Everyone should. Mm-hmm. We are over 100 years old, and we decided to specialise in dairy flavours. I think it was about 20 or 30 years ago. Before that, we worked in a whole range of different flavours, but now we are specialising in dairy and recently really focusing on the dairy-free sector of things.
You did a brilliant job there, by the way. Natural. I think I've been usurped now. That was unbelievably tasty. I say unbelievably because I wasn't expecting it to taste good.
Nobody does. I think with vegan food, because there's nobody who is a vegan or following that kind of lifestyle sits down and goes, here's some cheddar cheese, let me compare it to a vegan cheese. So they don't have the the ground to bounce off of and go, that doesn't taste anything like it. So we try and do that. We try and sit down and actually do the comparison on their behalf.
I see, and it certainly seems to work. So before I run away, do come and speak to all the lovely people here from Edlong, as well as Anne-Marie. But you've also got some things down there in the pots I've seen.
So this is another vegan product. This is a vegan caramel that we have incorporated some butter and cream flavors into to make it more like an actual dairy product. We also have a high protein truffle, which is extremely indulgent, possibly too indulgent if you eat too many of them, as main ingredient is dates. And then we also have a high protein snack. So what we find is with the high protein market, there's a lot of beverages, there's a lot of sweet products, but something that's savory and moreish, there isn't a lot of that on the market. So this is a brown rice flour based product with some almond flour in it and egg whites. And it has a cheesy, spicy taste. It's really, I would finish on that if I were you.
Well, I'm going to go over there and have some in just a bit. But who are you talking to mostly at this sort of event? Who comes up to you and who do you have your discussions with?
Oh, everyone. So people in the beverage sector, people in the cheese analog sector, even people these days in the natural cheese sector who might be spray drying it, want to boost up their cheese flavour. We also do a lot of functional products. So if you're reducing fat, we have flavors to improve the mouthfeel. Or if you're reducing sugar, we have flavors to enhance the sweetness of the product. We have sweet dairy flavors, so people who are in the ice cream, a lot of vegan ice cream around the place as well. What else do we do? Butters, milks, creams, cheeses, sweet dairy, and then our functional would be the other one. Mouthfeel is a big thing. People want everything to taste indulgent, and we try to excel at that.
Well, I'm looking forward to this caramel then. Do come to Edlong, do speak to them all. They've got loads to offer here, as well as free samples, but loads of information as well. Thank you very much, Anne-Marie. Now, you did say we could take a few and fill my pockets, so it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? So come here and speak to the lovely team at Edlong. Thank you.